So Harib, you are having a heck of a season here in ITSL, and I know you're anxious to see if Aaron can if Ziemowit can pull this one out, so you get in front of your division. So let us see what happens as the game's going to load up here, and we've got Aaron's hand on the bottom. He's going to be the U.S. player. We've got Ziemowit on top, and he'll get into the game in just a moment. And Harib, what do you notice about Aaron's hands? Looks like he's got some ops, not too bad. A couple of problem cards to deal with, but Vietnam and Decall can be managed unless there's a purge. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, CIA could be a possible headline. Maybe set up 442 and a special relationship headline. Hope not to see socialist governments or Suez. Yep. Yeah. And okay, so Aaron looks like he's going to go with the standard Chinese opening, 332 in Europe, and then the second in Iran as well as secure presence in the Middle East. And yes, very useful, except for the fact that Ziemowit has socialist government. So I think that's a no-brainer headline on Ziemowit's side. So so a CIA headline or even a duck and cover headline would protect Italy if Aaron had gone with the 442 setup, but because he goes with the slightly more aggressive 332, he's going to get punished with socialist governments here, and he is not going to be happy with that special relationship headline because certainly Zima will take one out of the UK as well to prevent that from triggering. Now, Harib, I'd love your thoughts here on what to do if you're Ziemowit. Do you take two out of Italy, one out of UK, and then simply take Italy with a three op and invite Aaron to coup, or do you take just one out of Italy and coup Italy yourself? It seems to me you would want to fill up Italy and let the US take the risk of the coup. Yep, and that's what Ziemowit's going to do. He's just going to take Italy here. Yep, and so Aaron now has the option to coup Italy if he really wants to, but he's going to need to roll a five in order to be able to get Italy back. So I think if I were Aaron, I would probably pass on that risk, maybe spread into Pakistan. Zemo does have Asia scoring and not a great ops hand either. So he'll want to dump Asia scoring, I think, pretty quickly here. And Aaron also has both of the cards that could create problems for him in Asia. He's got Vietnam and Decall. He'll certainly space one, and maybe he gives Vietnam on AR6 after. He may hold Decall, or he may just space it to try and get ahead on the space racetrack. We'll see. Yeah. Well, how do you typically handle that, Harib? I think if I've got decall, oh, he's gonna try the Italy coup and miss badly. So he rolls a one. So not only does he not spread into Asia, he gives Zimowit now the chance to coup Iran if he wants to, and it looks like that's exactly what he's gonna do. Oh, and Zimowit misses. So a big break for Aaron here with two ones rolled on the coup, that he is at least able to stay in Iran. So any roll other than a one there, and Zimowit would have at the very least had to fix Italy and not coup. The one was a disaster, but made less so by Zimowit's equally terrible role in Iran. And it looks like Aaron is just going to coup in Iraq rather, drop DEFCON to make sure that Zimowit can't um, that Ziemowit doesn't get another shot at Iran. Yeah, and Ziemowit takes Lebanon, secures presence in the Middle East. Very important to do when once DEFCON drops to two. And so now, Harry, what would you do if you're Aaron? Would you space here to try and get ahead of Ziemowit on the space racetrack? Would you spread into Pakistan? Would you go into Malaysia? Clearly, I think if yeah, yes, yes. Obviously, Vietnam or decall would be a bigger problem for Aaron, but he's holding both those cards, and yes, he's just gonna Ziemowit's gonna get rid of Asia scoring for one, and that. Yep, yep. Yeah, it's often better to hold a three if you can. For that, that covers both blockade and containment. But Aaron is going to go ahead and take Vietnam here, and then I would imagine he's going to give up Vietnam on AR6, and so that was just a preparation for that. I wonder if he goes to space here. Neither player's gone to space. Ziemowit may do that, but Ziemowit's also got to protect Italy. Yeah. Yes, we are in a situation now where we've not seen Red Scare, we've not seen blockade. I like space. I think I like spacing decall here. If you're going to give up Vietnam, you've got to get a third into Thailand, and you've got to get one into Laos. Middle East also not scored. We also have not seen Suez or AI war, so I think taking Egypt is also a priority. So I'd like to see. Ooh, very interesting. So Ziemowit planning to overprotect Italy on the last action round, and Aaron decides he's going to jam right away. And Ziemowit with no choice. Yeah. Yeah. Ziemowit, no choice but to use the China card. Now I think you hold decall because even Red Scare Blockade, that nightmare combination, you can still hold it through. Yep. Yes, that is a problem. So going into Iraq or Egypt, he really needs to get out of Israel here and establish more influence in the Middle East prior to the end of turn one because we haven't. You're right. We haven't seen both either of those bad Middle East cards, and instead he's going to take Pakistan and overprotect Thailand. I'm not sure that was necessary because given Asia's already scored and he has the China card. It does give him an Asia domination, but Asia scoring already out, and indeed, Aaron draws both Middle East and Europe. Fortunately for him, he also draws AI War and Suez, so he's not going to be kicked out of the Middle East, and Middle East is going to be at least a draw for him, I would think, although Nasser may have something to say about that. I think the question here might be with two scoring cards in hand, I wonder if Aaron is going to go for the purge, which is his only four up, or he could just dump Middle East in the headline for either one, which is, or it's going to be zero here, and get that out of his hand, and then maybe focus on fighting that Europe domination. I like Middle East here. I like maybe you play China and hold purge through, but you probably need the ops if you want to fight this Europe domination. It's gonna be an uphill battle, but Zemowit's hand is not great. Yep, and there goes Middle East. So Nasser, not a huge deal. Just going to be one. Just going to save Zimbabwe a single victory point, but it does give him access to Libya. So I imagine we see a coup here. Yep, we'll see a coup. Yeah, with Middle East scored, it makes sense. And another one. So that's three meaningful coups and three ones. I believe the roll on Iraq was higher than a one, but that would have needed a six to do anything. So coups not rolling particularly hot this game. And so Harib, would you go two Greece and one UK here to stop domination? Or would you do something like take Algeria, maybe go into Angola? Yeah, it could be. That is true. So Ziemowit's going to UN NORAD. Certainly, he'll be taking Turkey here, reestablish domination, and Laos. That's also an important country that I think Aaron would have liked to have. So now I would assume you would see Aaron take Canada to stop domination. Ziemowit's ops are very bad, so it's going to be painful for Aaron. He's going to have to pour ops into countries like Benelux if he wants to stop this domination, but he'll be able to if he really wants to. Ziemowit also has got captured Nazi scientists, so he's going to want to go to space. Well, yep. So that's two in Canada and then two into India as well. Yeah. Yeah. The fact that he's not out of didn't wasn't able to get out of Israel. Okay. So Zimovit is going to wave the white flag on the Europe domination. So Aaron's going to get out of there for just one, despite losing Italy right away. And you know what? The jam of Italy got him the China card, and just as importantly, it got him access to Greece. So he was able to more effectively fight this domination. Now, Harib, I'd love your thoughts on how you would handle the remaining three ARs here as Aaron. He's got three problem cards: Suez and Arab Israeli, both an issue if he can't get out of Iran. Would you use Arab Israeli perhaps to poke Egypt in case you lose the war? You still have influence there. What would you do? Harib, Harib, I did get a text on the WhatsApp that says they can't hear us. Yep, there was something on the WhatsApp that says we cannot hear you on ARZ currently. Perhaps there was something that was fixed. Yep. Sure. Okay. Perhaps it's just one. Yeah. Perhaps it could be an issue on his end. Regardless, Truman evented here, and so just going to take one out of Yugoslavia. Gives Vietnam on AR6 after. Yep. Yeah. So Aaron decided to. So Zima would check in the discard pile for something. He's going to have to play defectors or potentially space it if he wants to avoid giving up the VP. And yeah, this is a bit of a tricky situation here. Oh, oh, I don't like this. And he loses the war. So now he's locked out of the western part of the Middle East, which is painful, even though the Middle East has already scored. I would have liked if he's going to trigger Arab-Israeli war. I would have liked to see one into Egypt, which gives you access to Libya if you lose the war. And yeah, wow. Okay, so Aaron eliminates himself from that half of the Middle East, and I like this plays by Ziemowit to lock that off and make a push into Iraq more painful. So Harib, it's just as you said a little while ago, that one into Iraq could have been very important because now he's in big trouble in the Middle East. Okay, so Zemo with a very blue hand, but he's also drawn UN intervention. And on Aaron's side, he gets both decall. He had decall, held it through, and he gets destall as well. So there's going to be no access here for Ziemowit. But Ziemowit is doing well in Europe. He's doing well in the Middle East. And I think that Aaron would like to see duck and cover here, and he doesn't see it. So he's going to have a problem here if Ziemowit gets a big role in Iran. He's just going to be locked out of the Middle East until the mid-war, and he's just going to have to hope that Camp David and Sadat come up soon. Yeah. So a difficult hand here for because is not sure what you not sure what you headline here as Aaron. He would obviously he'd like to be able to just dump blockade in the headline as a one up, but purge is unaccounted for. It could have been redrawn by Ziemowit. So I don't think you want to headline that. You'd have to discard Marshall. Marshall is incredibly weak right now, and yeah, he takes the chances. He takes his chances on blockade, and he will get rid of D stall. And Romanian gives Ziemowit domination back. So he doesn't have neither player has the scoring, but I would imagine Aaron is going to want to respond to that pretty quickly. I, oh, people can hear me, but they can't hear you, Harib. That is what I'm seeing in the WhatsApp group. They say they can hear me, but not you. Not sure. So anyway, I expected that Ziemowit would be a little bit greedy, coup Iran, and just knock Aaron out of the Middle East entirely with a big role. Instead, even with Aaron in Costa Rica, decides to go for Panama. He gets the role, and no doubt at this point, I would expect to see a Colombia play. Maybe not immediately, but sometime during this turn because Ziemowit knows that he's missed out on both decall and destall.
I really don't know why.
Yeah, sorry, folks. Just not quite sure why we're having the technical difficulties on Harib's side. We've been
Yeah, I see
talking for a while
I
now.
see my microphone on and the green, yellow, red thing is moving.
Okay.
uh, yeah, I have my microphone in a second track to do the records, but I don't know if it's that.
Okay, well, maybe it was a problem that was
Maybe
fixed.
Twitch just allow one audio track.
So interesting. Ziemowit decides to fill Yugoslavia, perhaps thinking that Aaron has Europe. Aaron does not have Europe. Perhaps Aaron thinks Ziemowit has Europe. And so now I wonder if we're going to see something like Denmark getting filled. Aaron also is wanting to complete the walk in Africa. He knows he's been able to successfully keep both D cards from Ziemowit here in the early war. So he's going to want to fill up Angola, Zaire, Algeria. He's also going to want to fill up Mexico. So I don't know that we'll see Denmark filled here. And certainly it's turn 3. Aaron does not want to give up Fidel. here, but unless he plays the China card, he's going to have to. This is a very red hand for Aran, a very blue hand for Ziemowit. But none of the events particularly problematic on Ziemowit's side.
Well, I don't know if they can hear me, but we will figure out in 10 minutes because of the delay.
Okay.
I just changed the track 2 to track 1, but I don't know if it was that. Audio properties.
Okay. So Aran is going 1 Zaire to Algeria. I think that makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah, it's really interesting how Ziemowit preferred to coup Panama than Iran there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I would have been a little greedier there, but Ziemowit knows that the only way he's getting into South America now is probably through Panama, so he may be looking at Panama for a Colombia play and figure you know what, I'm already ahead in the Middle East, I don't need to be greedy. Yep.
Sure.
Aran is going to get rid of decal, which is smart, in case he's got to have a Colombia coup war.
Yeah, because being greedy there and Middle East discard with Axnot is really painful.
Yes. That's true. You don't want to put all your eggs in the Middle East basket. And Ziemowit spaces East European unrest to hold on to his domination and also prevent Aran from double spacing. Aran would certainly like to double space with Fidel in hand. Now he's got some tough choices here. He's going to have to certainly he's going to have to trigger the Korean War, which he doesn't want to do, and he's going to have to either trigger Fidel as well, or he's going to have to play the China card.
Yeah, I prefer give Fidel here than Korean War.
Okay.
I think taking Mexico, maybe Nicaragua, Cameroon.
So would you give Fidel hold Korean War and play China? I mean, heck, you could play China and just take South Korea. And then
sure. I was with the technical issues. I forgot he played blockade, so he have to play all of his cards.
Yes, he has to. He has to play all of his cards, or he can play China and hold just one.
Yeah,
he's got to give up either Korean War or Fidel, and if he wants to hold China, he's got to give up both.
Yeah, I think is Resker out.
He has not seen.
Yeah, so I prefer to hold China here. It's not a really good target to spend all those hopes. So yes, gamble on Korea.
Yep.
Losing Korea is not a big problem.
Yep.
3-2.
So Ziemowit is going to give containment here an action round early because he's also holding 5-year plan. He used UN earlier in the turn. Aran's going to get a couple of bonus ops out of it. Okay, now I think giving Koreans a little bit less painful.
It's always painful because of Usuri and the access to North Korea, but yeah, less painful.
Yep. Yes, always annoying to lose the war.
And the chubby pits.
Yep.
We'll try and forget about it. I don't know what do Maxwell think about playing Korean War here, but
yes. Okay. Well, Aran gives up the war, and he's fortunate that the roll misses.
I like an Africa move now, or to go Nigeria.
Would you put one in Would you put one in both Cameroon and Saharan states?
I think just one is enough, because I think Aran needs mill-ups, or he played the war.
Yes, Aran does not Aran does need mill-ops.
Yeah.
So Ziemowit unlikely to coup, but maybe he will because otherwise he has no influence anywhere in Africa. I can't see exactly where that went. It looks like he filled up Southeast Asia, I want to say. Oh, Nicaragua. Perhaps planning on eventing Fidel and immediately realigning. That's interesting. That's interesting. So Ziemowit with a 3-op play here. Wants to prevent the play that Aran is setting up. So he could coup, but then Aran gets mill-ops. Oh, no, not going to coup. I wonder if he's going to go into Colombia. He's going to shore up Panama, and he's going to put a couple in Czechoslovakia. Interesting. Okay. So now Aran sets up his realignment roll. He's got 3 shots at it here. First roll gets 2 out, so Aran happy with that. Second roll cleans him out entirely. So Fidel gone for the game now. And Aran's got 1 more shot. His only possible target is Panama at a -1. He needs a big roll and doesn't get it. So Panama is going to stay safe there at 3 red. Ziemowit gets the 2 VPs for mill-ops, and we will go to the mid-war with Ziemowit up by 8 VPs. And interesting, so some very good ops here for Aran. And he's also drawn Brush War. Kitchen Debate's also drawn, and it is active, which is rare for the U.S. on turn 4. But he may be able to get Kitchen Debates off. So I wonder if we will see potentially a Brush War of Panama. Italy, not a great target with Yugoslavia and Spain, Portugal already red. But a Brush War on Panama could be interesting. Maybe not as a headline.
Yes,
Missile view would be a...
I was on
Sorry,
Twitch.
go ahead, Hardy.
I was on Twitch reading the commentaries because they can't hear me, but I don't know if it was before or after I changed the audio track. So let's take a look to these hands. Yeah, what did Ziemowit headline?
So, yeah, so
South
Ziemowit
Africa,
decided
okay.
headline South African, which is going to flip over Angola. And then no doubt he'll get a nice coup out of that. And I wonder if Kitchen is still going to be active after Ziemowit steals Angola. I don't think it will be. And I think we probably see a Zaire coup here. Yep, Kitchen not active.
Yeah, Usuri was not a bad idea here.
Yep, Usuri would have caused all kinds of problems in Asia. Could have threatened the Koreas, or could have just flipped Laos and put some more in Southeast Asia because you already do have Asia domination at the moment. Instead, goes for Kitchen just to get the low ops card out of his hand, and it does not work out for him. Ziemowit now flips Angola with South African unrest, gets the coup in Zaire. So now, I wonder what you do. Do you brush war Panama right away? Do you think about using shuttle to flip Angola back? What do you like here, Hardy? Or do you go to space? Both players sitting at space too, so it will be eager to get that get that 3rd space spot.
I think taking Angola is nice.
Yep. Flipping Angola back. That's exactly what he's going to do. I would expect we will see it just flipped right back. Yep.
Yeah, and that's why Suez was not a bad idea. It's a free 3 ups now for Ziemowit having it.
Yep. So now a little bit of a question here for Aran. He's got a Quagmire, We Will Bury You, Muslim Revolution. He's also got Brezhnev. So the 4 very high ops cards that are obviously problematic to deal with. Muslim Revolution, not really an issue. He can just replace 2 of the ops, replace the 2 ops in Iran.
I think this is a China card turn.
Yeah, unless you're going to self-quag, which I don't think he wants to do, you've got to use the China card here. There goes the space race, and Ziemowit hits the roll, so he's up, takes a double-digit lead. Yep, and Aran's just going to play Usuri, take the China card right on back.
Yeah, I will delay a little bit this.
Yep, and Ziemowit in a little bit of an awkward spot here. he's going to have to either give up Panama or OAS, or he could play cultural if, in fact, Aran takes the China card back and then avoid playing both. Aran's going to dump Muslim Revolution. And where do you think these two ops are going to go, Harry? Would you put them in South Africa? Would you threaten Nigeria?
Well, Botswana is not bad. I prefer South Africa, but...
Yep, okay. Botswana simultaneously protects Angola, threatens South Africa with realigns.
But if you go to South Africa and Ziemowit get rid of Africa, yeah, you are placing there for nothing. So those Botswana is right.
Arms race, a good event. And now the VP track getting a little bit scary for Aran. On OPEC and a Middle East scoring could make things a little bit dicey for him. But unless Aran plays Usuri for the event... Okay, so that's actually a big break for Ziemowit, because Ziemowit is now going to be able to play cultural, steal the China card back, and then he'll be able to hold both Panama and OAS till next turn. Yeah, that's actually a big break for Ziemowit, because he was otherwise going to have to let Aran into South America. So what do you think, Howard? We've got 3 plays left. He needs to go to space, and needs to event Brush War, and then Brezhnev will be played on AR7. Would you Brush War Panama here?
Yeah, I think I'll do, because there is not... Well, Italy is an option, but it's too optimistic. And Zaire is not a great target.
Yeah, Zaire, generally not a great target. Those 1 stability African battlegrounds going to be flipped.
You can try Italy if you feel like it, but I think Panama is better.
Yeah. So Italy would be huge here, but Panama the safer option. He rolls the 3 on Panama, so good thing for Aran that he did not go for Italy.
Now he can feel just Cuba, because I think Fidel is out.
Yes, Fidel is gone, so filling Cuba makes all kinds of sense. And now Ziemowit does have domination in Europe and Middle East, which are not scored. Aran has domination in Africa, Central America, and Asia. So if the big question, as always, Harib, is which scorings are going to come out turn 5. If Ziemowit gets his scorings before Aran gets his, this is going to be a steamroll. If Aran gets his first, this one's going to be a nail biter going into the late war.
Yeah, I think Aran has some options, also with Alliance for Progress. He feels Cuba is 3 points, so he needs to survive, avoid the 20 points, and it's not bad the board for him, but he needs to avoid those 20 points.
He does. And so this is a little bit of a tricky situation here for Aran, because he wants to space one of Quagmire We Will Bury You, but if he does, certainly Ziemowit is going to flip Pakistan over, which he does not want to see with Brush War gone. So he's going to have to... So I think maybe you do Willy Brandt, one West Germany, 1 Pakistan here. Kind of a weak play, and you have to give up another VP when the VP track's already looking pretty scary. But I don't think you can afford to go to space here, and I certainly wouldn't give up Brezhnev and AR early.
Yeah, 1 point from Billy Brown here is... It could be the difference, but you have to.
Yeah. Now, he could also... Now, of course, he can't see Ziemowit's hand. Giving up Brezhnev 1 AR early... Ziemowit can't space either Panama or OAS, so he won't give those up. It wouldn't cost him anything, because Ziemowit is going to play the China card here no matter what. But I don't think you can allow... You simply cannot allow Panama to be flipped.
Yeah, the war is on the deck, right?
Indo-Pak war is in the deck.
Oh.
But Brush War is gone. Yeah, Aran certainly annoyed that he had to make that play, and so Ziemowit now certainly is going to play the China card.
Have we
So I
seen
would assume,
Japan? Because Ziemowit still can take Japan.
yeah, I think we may see that. U.S. Japan's still in the deck.
Okay, he just break.
Oh no, just going to jam. And now I think we would just see Brezhnev to put 3 back, right?
He can do the same on South Korea.
He could do the same. South Korea could also just take Japan, which would reestablish domination. Of course, with U.S. Japan still out, you always hate it when the USSR draws that. Yeah, and so Harib, yeah, he likes your idea better. He's going to just break South Korea. Korean War is gone, so this does reestablish domination. Although with a 4-op, Ziemowit can take both countries on AR1. So it's a little bit risky. And Aran's going to hope that Ziemowit does not draw ABM. I think he would hope that regardless, though. So Ziemowit does not draw anything that he wants to see. This is a rough hand from Ziemowit. But on Aran's side, he's got Europe, South America, he's got CIA.
We can see Poland. Okay, Poland is at 5. So Cuban or John Paul?
Yeah, I think the Pope here is the best headline.
He doesn't know Simo has Africa.
Yeah.
So Cuban is not really nice, but John Paul.
Yeah, I like the Pope here for Aran. Then if Ziemowit decides to coup in Africa, which he probably will do, given that he's got Africa scoring in hand.
Yep.
Aran's going to lose Angola, which you don't want to lose Angola, of course, but then he'll be able to get Europe off for nothing.
And Simo really have not a good hand. Not a really good card to coup there in Africa.
Yeah. Maybe neither of these guys have a good hand. Both these hands are quite terrible. And South America scoring here, but neither side with any way to get into South America. And so socialist governments that is problematic because that can break both battlegrounds here. Neither one is overprotected. And Ziemowit's now going to coup. Yeah, so that was a good headline by Ziemowit. I didn't see that. Should have been talking about that from the start. So Ziemowit's going to give up 2 VPs here, but now Aran in a little bit of trouble because he's going to have to cover France and West Germany back up. Or he's going to have to hope that Ziemowit gives him Kennedy.
Yeah, and the problem of going Botswana before South Africa is that now Ziemowit is closer to get domination there.
Yeah. Yep. Maybe he could... Aran with the opportunity here to take Angola back if he wants to, but I think he may have bigger priorities. But if he doesn't take Angola back, then a simple 3-op, which Ziemowit does not have, would secure Angola and take South Africa.
Yeah, he has the option for taking Asia. I think he's going for it.
Yes, that is true as well, Harry. That's a good point. With 2 Asian battlegrounds open.
Oh, he's going for Poland.
Well, that's interesting. It's funny. Both of these players with very bad hands. And so there's a lot out there. Poland is out there. We've got West Germany, and France sitting uncontrolled. Angola can be flipped with a 3-op. And then the 2 Asian battlegrounds, which very much are at play to decide domination here. But neither player with a good hand, with a hand capable of going after that.
Yeah, eventing CIA is not a bad idea, watching Ziemowi's hand.
Yeah, this is CIA. He may want to keep CIA around in the deck given the state of the board. But if he knew how bad Ziemowit's hand was, he could be a little bit more aggressive, perhaps. Okay, so he's just going to fill back up his. He's going to repair the damage from socialist governments, which makes sense. Ziemowit has got one. He's got one free 2-op. Well, Defector is also free. He's just got to give up one VP. So certainly he's going to take Poland back. Yep, and secure Angola. That makes sense.
So now I'm talking about South America. You wanna play it as soon as possible, or you wanna wait for your South America cards?
Yeah, I mean, I think you've got to get rid of South America and then concentrate on wherever else you're going to fight. I don't know what. So the status of Europe, and it looks like Aran's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 countries. I want to say, yeah, and Ziemowit has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 countries. So that he's going to need to. If he wants to prevent domination, he's going to need to jam Poland and hope that Ziemowit doesn't have a 3-op, which he doesn't. But that would be. But there's obviously a lot of cards left that could help him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't like this Colombia move.
I don't like it either. I don't like it either.
Ziemowit just can go there by Junta or Allende. If he didn't play this because he have not.
Yeah, I don't like this play either. Okay, well, and so he gets a VP out of it.
It was too risky.
Yeah. Oh, I really don't like that. Yeah, you've got
but now,
4 action rounds left. 2 of them you've got to play scoring cards.
But now Ziemowit has no card to coup there.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Aran is lucky there. So now he's going to be able to go into Venezuela with Warsaw Pact or China. Oh.
Yeah, I guess he thinks if he can't coup Colombia, he has not a good hand. So let's try Poland.
That makes sense. Okay, so that was a nice play. So Ziemowit is now in a position where he's got to fix Poland, which I think is what he's going to do here. Yep, he's going to fix Poland, and so Aran is going to get himself a South American domination. Wow, I would not have been that aggressive, but I guess he had a good read on Ziemowit that Ziemowit's hand was quite bad, and now he's going to get a South America domination out of this for 6 points. That's the cheapest 6 points you can come by in Twilight Struggle, with just the one influence in Colombia and then taking Venezuela. So that's going to offset Europe. That's why I didn't like the initial line of play. If Ziemowit had rolled higher, that could have been game losing for Aran. But it worked out perfectly for him, and now the VP track is just gonna look a little bit less scary. So, Harib, would you now hear just space Quagmire, or space we will bury you, and hope that
I think I
play
Warsaw here. Definitely not Europe because it's as not coming, so he doesn't know. But with avoiding coup in Colombia, it was an option.
Yeah.
I guess if Ziemowit does not see Europe scoring, maybe he play OAS.
Yeah, OAS, I guess maybe not that painful at the moment.
Yeah, but when Europe is out, Axe not it.
Yeah. Now with Europe out, and so he's gonna get rid of 2, and there are multiple scoring cards out: Central, Middle East, Southeast, and Asia, all out. So discarding 2 is a potential loss of the game here. He doesn't draw either one, and he gets IP War.
So I guess Ziemowit is taking South Korea here.
Yeah. I wonder if you might see IP war triggered right here. He needs the mill ops. Aran needs mill ops and no other way to get it. And so, yeah, I think an IP war to India is a no-brainer here.
Yes, he's checking it.
And Aran misses on the roll. So he does get the mill ops out of it, but he gives up Europe scoring. And there's Asia and Ziemowit with headline peak. Ziemowit also, in addition to headline peak, has 3 4-ops, including Purge and ABM. He's also got Asia scoring, which could be interesting. And Central America, in a huge, huge break for Ziemowit, is not in either player's hand, so it's not coming out until turn 7. Arib, can Ziemowit get Asia? Excuse me, can Ziemowit get Asia domination here?
Yep, I think he can. Or no?
Yeah. So Ziemowit could put one into
with Afghanistan,
India.
Afghanistan and India, ABM, Afghanistan, India, Asia scoring, and OPEC.
Yeah. So ABM, 1 Afghanistan, 1 India would give him for 5, 6, 7 countries to 6.
Yep.
For Aran, so, and then you could score Asia on AR1.
Yeah, and then OPEC and maybe nuclear test.
Yeah. Yeah, this could be the game here.
I think Ziemowit will headline ABM.
Yes, I think ABM score Asia is the right play here.
Nuclear test ban. Oh, race care. I saw
Going
nuclear.
for the purge. Okay. Aran's hand is already not good. Okay, so he's going to go with the purge on the thinking. Oh, and he misses on the coup. So he's going to go with the purge on the thinking that he will be able to get Asia domination anyway.
Yeah, I guess he was worried about going for Asia Aran dumping Central.
Yep. But Aran does not have Central. And so what will happen here is he's certainly going to take Mexico back and think, or at least hope, that Ziemowit has Central. But Ziemowit's now going to be able to take domination because Aran is purged. So he's not going to be able to fight this. Yep. So I think a 2-op, 1 India, 1 Afghanistan gives domination. And without the purge, Aran could do something like fill Japan or flip Laos, but he doesn't have the cards to do that. So he's going to have to give up this domination. That's quite painful and perhaps game losing with OPEC as well.
Yeah, he really needs mill-ups this turn as well.
Yes. Yeah, he needs to get mill-ops. He can event nuclear subs to get it.
Yeah, and U2 incident is a problem.
Yeah, that's true.
I think it's 18 after Asia and OPEC, because I don't think he goes for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Yep. So 5 for Asia, 3 more for OPEC.
Yeah, and 1 more.
Yeah. I think I'm not sure I love that play from Aran.
Yeah, maybe he thinks Ziemowit has Central.
Yeah, but I think if Ziemowit had Central, he would have he would have dumped it before Aran got control. But there's not a lot of great plays here, regardless. With a hand like this, there's just not a lot you can do. So, taking Cuba and hoping that Ziemowit has central is an okay play. Yep. And so Ziemowit goes for Asia, and now he's got 16 VP.
Yeah, he has to play nuclear subs and coup twice or once with Che.
Yes. Or if he triggers Che and Ziemowit decides to coup, he can coup whatever that is back. But I don't think that Ziemowit will take the bait on that. Ziemowit also at this point could probably just play ABM, maybe 1 Iraq and 3 Saudi Arabia, which would do it.
Oh.
He overprotects Iran. Yeah, that's... I think... Oh, no. Yeah, ABM... I think ABM for ops, 1 into Iran to prevent a break, and then 3 into Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, now after U2 incident, free in Saudi Arabia and OPEC.
Yep, and that is going to end the game.
Yeah. Unless he wants to coup Mexico, but I think he knows Aran has not central after that.
Yeah, and I think that overprotection there in Iran makes it signals that he does not have Camp David, because I think Camp David would certainly have been played earlier. Now would be the only card that could save Aran here. Obviously, Central America scoring would do that just as well, of course.
He's checking now. He needs Milops.
Yep.
Oh, he goes for it.
Yep, and there it is. Aran thinking about Middle East potentially, but even if it were Middle East instead of OPEC, there'd be nothing he could do. So looks like Ziemowit is going to be our victor in a turn 6 steamroll, and Asia scoring. So just a really bad break for Aran. Asia scoring does not come out when Aran has domination.
Yeah,
Ziemowit gets it on turn 1.
He had the chance to take Asia last turn also.
Yeah, he had the chance to take Asia, but with two non-Asia scoring cards in his hand, he had to prioritize South America and Europe. Played it really well in South America. I didn't like taking that risk, but clearly he had to, given that he was behind, and Ziemowit's hand was so bad that he was able to get off a 6-point domination to counteract the problems that he had in Europe. And but then Asia scoring coupled with the purge and lots of other bad stuff just made it too tough for Aran. So Aran is gonna drop this one on turn 6. Just a tough loss for him. And Harib, looks like you're gonna go to first place in your division.
Yeah, for now. Let's see. I have to play 2 games more, but it will depend on me now. It seems. So my last game will be with Luis on Action Round 0 at the end of March.
Oh yeah, we've got some good ones in March on Action Round 0 to end the season. So our man doesn't pull anything. Obviously, it doesn't matter at this point. And Ziemowit plays OPEC for the event, and that is going to do it. So Ziemowit Pazderski, a victor here in turn 6 over Aran Warszawski. He is going to improve to 16-2 on the season.